Hello, lovers of truth, wisdom, and warriors against consensus reality. Time for another video, I thought. Now that the Yule madness is dying down, and one can discover how much people truly hate the season by all the "I'm so glad that's over" comments on Facebook. And as more years go by and as less goodwill and kindness and cheer are exhibited by people, it does really make one despise the traditional quote-unquote Christmas season. Those of us who have or are in the process of reclaiming the original pagan meaning, well, we thumb our nose at them. What an interesting time. What an interesting ride. As you may be aware from previous videos on this channel and on my previous channel, I've recently had an interesting experience with my now ex-workplace, where they showed the same kind of lying fuckery you would expect from a hardcore Marxist deconstructionist gobshite. And suffice it to say, I basically in, I suppose, slightly civil words, told my now ex-boss to shove it, and I want my redundancy payout. Now, I'm glad I did, because it's the best thing I ever did as far as a sense of freedom goes, above all else. And it was nice going to my guitar store and saying, "All right, I've got $5,000. Let's go." I ended up buying a Gretsch. Hell of a guitar. If I actually get around to putting some work into my the Riffster channel, I will actually demonstrate for you. However, the big lesson for me lately is beware of falseness. You come across people, you might come across their videos on YouTube, or they may have written books, so you may have read a couple of their books, and they may seem, legit and wise and irreverent and all the rest of it. However, when you put when you take the mindless cult member sycophant glasses off and you truly critique their words, you realise that they're actually just full of shite. And I've had that recent experience, someone I used to have a high regard for. And it was a valuable lesson to myself, which money can't buy, and therein lies the value. Wherein one really must weigh the words of someone carefully, especially when this all-hallowed, all-knowing guru and standard by which all forms of magic, witchcraft and paganism are judged starts talking shite. And when you actually pay attention to their words, especially when they claim that Buddhism is Abrahamic, or that those of us who practice Reiki have a dark entity inside us, which is feasting off the energy from those who come to us for help. I suppose the first warning sign is whenever someone starts claiming they're a quote-unquote Luciferian pagan. Dear, oh fucking dear. So that's usually an indication that they're talking shite right out of the gate. And come across many different kinds of people who may be wise and all the rest of it. I found the same with Jordan Peterson, actually. I find him to be quite full of shite as well. A lot of guys, especially MGTOW guys, sort of like praise him and love his work. But if you actually really, 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 really listen, you realise, oh, he's just full of crap like most people. Right. There it is. So I suppose that the message from all this is, firstly, we have all the knowledge and wisdom we already need within. We just have to learn how to access it. We already are our own fonts of knowledge and wisdom. We just need to put aside that little voice, that little inner critic voice, to be able to even briefly realize that fact, and then spend the time accessing said knowledge and wisdom. Because we have been taught from a very early age to loathe ourselves to various degrees, and we spend a lifetime ceasing to do that. Sometimes it takes an entire lifetime, and you never get to where you need to be, which is a sad predicament of humanity today. And so I suppose the result of that is we seek someone else to be the all-knowing font of knowledge and wisdom for us, and therein lies the danger. There might be some Irishman Pratt we used to have respect for, which I name-dropped in some of my old Riff Muggles videos. There's the hint. But, like I said, people are people, and and those who set themselves up as the magistrates of knowledge, wisdom, witchcraft, magic, and paganism, well, there's the red flag right there. And when you come to realize the lesson, fantastic. You can actually get along with realizing that you are your own font of knowledge and wisdom. It's always nice to be accused of having a dark entity within me because I practice Reiki. All it is, and the funny thing is with Reiki, all it is, and the comments from the sycophants from this gentleman is absolutely cringe, as it is hilarious and sad, because none of these people actually think for themselves. They're saying the same thing because this person is expressing this belief. The same person who said on Facebook and all other forms of social media, start putting hashtag control19, like K, spelled with a K. Thinking, what the fuck for? What does that even mean? Why the fuck should I? Right? And I believe this gentleman actually tried to have me removed from Facebook. I have blocked his accounts and I have cut all ties, and I've got to say I feel a lot better. So anyone who sets himself up as some kind of guru, some kind of sycophant-seeking gobshite, run for your fucking life. As my ancient hallowed ancestors would say, the first step to true wisdom is to realize that we know nothing. Or in esoteric terms, when we realize we are the fool of the major arcana of the tarot. Because that's when you really learn the real stuff. And when you embrace it and celebrate it and not try to let ego mind tell you how fake, wonderful and all-knowing and you already know everything. Because you have an opinion about everything, right? That's the highest form of self-loathing that is out there. So the first step to wisdom for yourself is to realize that we know nothing, and to realize we are the fool of the major arcana of the tarot, and that the journey we are just undertaking is going to be fucking incredible. Oh, and if you come across anyone who also says that, what was the other thing? That Wicca is Abrahamic. Run for your life. Wicca is many things, but Abrahamic is not one of them. I mean, there are people for whom Christianity is the way, the truth, and the life, and helps them get to where they need to be in full communion and contact with the higher self and their own font of knowledge and wisdom. Fantastic. I support you. But, man, as much as I love to take the piss out of all Abrahamic religions for the hypocrisy amongst many other things, there are people for whom these gobshite religions do help to get them to where they need to go. And if that is the case for them, fan-fucking-tastic. However, when you try to tell me that I need to convert to your religion, and when your religion itself says that I need to be stoned to death for being pagan and heathen, yeah, I'm going to have a problem with that, and I will take the piss out of it. And you in the process. However, the truly wise person first learns to take the piss out of themselves, thereby minimizing greatly the power of their own deluded ego mind / inner critic. See what I did there? Words to think by. So don't set up anyone up as an all-knowing guru. Everyone's just a fallible human being dealing with their own shit. You already have the immovable font of knowledge and wisdom within you already. You just need to fucking find it and access it and use it for yourself. The Mind Traveler on guitar, out.